Hi, it's Trevor Hammond here at Sierra Pacific Mortgage. Hope you're doing well. This message is going to be a little bit more on the serious side, and I'll tell you why. I recently reached out to a friend of mine in the business, a fellow originator I've known for years, have an immense amount of respect for. He's very respected by his clients and real estate agents out there around the marketplace. And in a nutshell, he let me know that he's very burnt out right now. And I'll tell you, that hit me. Being my 20th year in this business, it made me reflect back and realize, man, I have been severely burnt out in this business a few times. I mean, I've been tempted to get out of this business a couple times. But the reality is, I've learned how to now love the business more than ever. 20 years in, I truly believe there's no better business to be in. And I've seen great mortgage advisors get out of this business from burnout. And the problem is that I have learned is they just weren't looking at the business the right way. They weren't running their business in a sustainable, happy way. So I'm going to tell you the two reasons people get burnout. The two big things that lead to burnout, or even if you don't get out of the business, you can't wait to retire. Versus building a business you do till you're 100 because it's so fun and you do what you love. So number one, spending too much time in your work hours doing activities that don't interest you, that don't motivate you, that don't excite you. Namely, activities that are not in your unique ability zone, things that you're gifted at, that pay you well, and that actually add energy, whether it's FaceTime with clients, giving them the advice and educating them on strategies on how to own real estate, putting on an event, sitting across from a real estate agent and talking business and goals and helping each other with accountability and planning. Whatever it is for you, there are a few, probably 3 to 5 activities throughout your week that you actually love to do in this business. The problem is you got all these other activities you're allowing to crowd your day and your week and eventually your month and eventually your year, and that leads to burnout. So what do? Get really clear on what your zone is, your unique ability zone, those few activities that you're better than anybody else in the world, and if you did them all day, your spouse couldn't get you to shut up when you went home, right? For me, it's having great conversations with like-minded individuals. It's putting on events with big groups of people and creating new thought, right? I love doing that. I could do it all day long. And the key is our journey is to gradually shed away everything outside of those 3 to 5 activities, right? And get clear about that, and then let your team take over and just get out of there so that throughout the week, you're spending 80% or more of your time on those unique ability activities, all right? All right, number 2, the second thing that I see leading to massive burnout for people and frustration and bad moods and venting on Facebook and Facebook forums is not taking time off. Now, let me clarify. This is not time off while still plugged to your phone, which I don't have my phone on me right now. It's recording this. It's not going to Hawaii with your family and then spending half the time putting fires out, taking loan applications out on the lanai or while your kids are on the beach. That is not time off. That's called working remotely and fooling yourself to thinking you're actually taking a vacation. Time off, as I teach all of our advisors here at Sierra Pacific Mortgage, that honestly transforms their life. Taking time off is midnight to midnight, no work. No phone calls, no reading stuff about marketing or sales or business planning, not even listening to business podcasts, not taking calls. It is absolute rejuvenation time. Letting your brain just rest and focus on your family, your friends, your health, whatever it is. And here's the philosophy that changes the lives of the people that I help here at our company that I want to share with you is rethink time off, all right? Time off, taking time off is no longer a reward for killing yourself the last 5 days of the week or the last 3 months of the year. That is not how to look at time anymore. That will lead to burnout, okay? Time off in our world, the way I teach it and I hold my loan officers accountable to is a requirement, an absolute requirement to show up at your peak on Monday mornings, all right? Vacations are a requirement because what do people pay you a lot of money for? It's not getting loans done, okay? Anybody can do that. You can go online and get a loan. People, your clients and your real estate partners, your financial partners are paying you lots of money for your experience, your advice, your creativity, your problem-solving abilities, and you can't do that at the highest level when you have not had time off, all right? When you're stuck doing a bunch of things that you're not the best at, that are frustrating and aren't the best use of your time, okay? So I am going to implore all of you at this time, as we've seen rates just going up in a whole different marketplace. 2018 is going to be tough. We're going to see a lot of attrition I've been talking about, a lot of change for companies. Look at your day, your week, your month, your calendar. Look at how you're spending your time, and you need to make some changes. And I am serious about that. I don't like to tell everybody this, unless you come to one of my events where I do a lot of business planning and teaching. I take an average of 150 days off a year. I run the top branch in the Northwest. I coach loan officers. I still say yes to some mortgages even. I'm the regional here throughout Oregon and Washington. I wear a lot of hats, and I'm doing a lot, so it can be done. And there's nothing to brag about there by any means. It's that it can be done. You can take time off if you build good systems, create great teams, and then be committed and have the courage to stick to it. So I wanted to share that because I was inspired by the friend of mine that reached out and just said, man, I am burnt out. Because I realized, man, he might be speaking for a lot of people, a lot of my brethren in the industry. And I'm here to say I'm 20 years in, and I love this business more than I ever have. And it took me changing how I viewed the business, how I viewed my role in this industry and in this business, how I could bring the most value to the most people in the least amount of time, and how important taking time off really was to avoid ever burning out again like I had in the past. So a little bit of a long video, and I apologize for that, but I hope this is going to hit home with somebody out there. If not, share it. Share it with your teams. And if I can help in any way, please let me know. I'm here to do that. I love to have conversations with great mortgage professionals all the time over coffee, and they're really high-level, great conversations that once in a while might impact a life in a really big way. All right? Take care. Again, Trevor Hammond here, Sierra Pacific Mortgage. Reach out to me, message me, and happy to help in any way I can. Bye-bye.